Lights, camera, action. I am Tongi, your Kababayan, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. It's the Oscars this weekend, and on Talk Tuesday, we discuss the issue of #OscarsSoWhite and where we brown Filipino Americans fit into the conversation of diversity. Join us on the only daily talk show for Filipinos in America on terrestrial TV. Roll open animation. Good afternoon, mga kababayan. Welcome to our impressive, if I may add, panel of Filipino Americans who are in the entertainment industry here in Hollywood who actually walk the talk and not just talk and talk, okay? They are all involved in the film industry, and we put together a journalist, an executive director of a film festival that represents minorities, a professor of film and TV, and a media strategist. Joining us for this panel discussion, first off, is Yong Chavez. She's the first Filipino TV reporter to ever cover the Oscars red carpet and is one of the hardest working journalists that cover the entertainment beat in Hollywood for ABS-CBN. Kasama natin si Francis Cullado, who is the executive director for Visual Communications, a media arts organization that develops and supports the diverse voices of Asian American and Pacific Islander filmmakers and media artists. Kasama rin natin David Maquilling, who is a writer-director born in New York and earned a Someone to Watch Award nomination at the 2002 IFP West Independent Spirit Awards. That same year, Maquilling was elected to the Directors Guild of America, where he serves on the Asian American Committee. And in addition, he also teaches at UCLA School of Theater, Film, and Television. Maquilling is currently a faculty member at the USC School of Cinematic Arts. Professor David Maquilling in the house. All right, and joining us in the panel once again, Winston. Emano, he is the managing partner of Emano Media, his boutique media strategy firm which specializes in film festivals, theatrical exhibition, and awards media campaigns. He's repped over 100 films, including a handful of Oscar winners, and has served on the Academy Award host committee for several years. It's a mouthful, but they're so impressive. That's why, welcome mga kababayans to our panel.
Hello, G.
Hello, everybody.
Kumusta?
Thanks for having us. Thanks for
I
having
have
us.
to say, I'm impressed at myself for getting you guys all here. Very busy individuals.
Thank you for having
so
us.
much for making the time. Pag-usapan natin, let's get started right away. Why is this issue of diversity seem to be a black and white issue? What about us brown FilAms?
I guess kasi most of the high-profile actors are, actors of color, African American. I think merong unspoken or unofficial hierarchy, white, black, and then Latinos, and then Asians.
Okay, so we're at the bottom of the barrel.
It's sad, but it's the reality.
Okay, what do you think, Francis?
I think just the reflection of America, it's always something that's binary, black and white, everybody gets relegated to the margins.
Yeah, like Republican, Democrat, right?
Or something, but it's more complex than that, it's more diverse than that, but that's where the conversation starts.
Okay, what do you think, David?
I have to agree with Francis because I think it's always, what's in the sort of dominant power structure and then other. And I think all of us who are not part of that dominant power structure are just relegated as other. And so it's very easy to say white or black, and then black sort of implying everyone else.
Okay. Winston, you are at the Oscars. You are, there, and there are a handful of your clients that you represent at these festivals.
Only one has been Filipino, sadly. But total agreement with the rest of the panel. I think this is a byproduct, unfortunately, of us being the well-behaved Asians. But we don't
toot our horn.
We don't toot our horn.
We're not mayabang.
We are not the nail that stands up, because as we've been taught, it gets hammered down.
Okay, so this sort of assimilation
Absolutely.
of just being quiet, and you don't want to cause any ripples,
Right.
You don't want to bring attention to yourself, has actually affected our community in negative ways.
Absolutely. I think the African American community has been very vocal. They've taken the lead, I think, in civil rights in this community, and rightly so. For the longest time, they've been oppressed. But again, in repeating what the rest of our esteemed colleagues have said, it's we are left on the margins. We are left waiting for our opportunity to come, when in reality we should be grabbing the opportunity when it's there. We shouldn't wait for someone to present us the opportunity. We should grab it.
Okay, well, that's always the question. How do you grab the opportunity to, create films, make an impact in this? I mean, it's a huge market. Why can't we sort of break in? When we come back on Kababayan Today, pag-uusapan natin, we will talk about the Filipinos that have actually been able to join that prestigious circle of having an Oscar in their hand. It's not a lot, but we'll talk about them. We'll be right back on Kababayan Today.